We're trying to get all these sponsorships.
Shit, yeah, all the sponsorships. What's up? It's your boy Marquese James.
And it's your boy November.
And we are
Outstanding Balance.
So this is, I don't know how we've been doing that.
Get the gun.
I was like, my shit was like, damn, another one?
And we're with two guests today. Our first guest of the whole series, right? Pew, pew, pew.
Boom! Bomb drop.
Watch that. We are with the lovely.
What's going on? This your girl Daily.
What do you do, Miss Daily?
Well, currently, right now, I'm just working on placements. I'm a songwriter. I write all genres of music. On the side note, I've just been concentrating. Lately, I've been concentrating on film, even though I didn't know I was gonna be in that. I just landed in a couple of movies, you know. So I'm just trying to work my way up.
Hell yeah! And we are. See, now I feel like we family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on this
What's
together.
up, sis?
You know what I mean?
And next to her, sorry, I was looking at her. You know what I'm saying? Next to her, the immaculate.
Vigilante Vision. In the industry, I'm known mostly as an actor and an artist. To me, myself, I'm known as a humanitarian philanthropist.
Is this yours?
Yeah, it was sitting right there, right?
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Playing music with drinking cups in here.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't sip out of it.
Yeah.
If you went, I didn't sip out of it yet.
No, it's fine. I got one. I'm just not sure what it is. Besides that, what do we?
We have some guests. This is our first episode with guests. So make some noise for them. Clap it up. You know what I mean? So we appreciate y'all making some time to come through the spot with me and Keith, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with y'all, man? Like, how was y'all damn day? Like, what's rocking with y'all? How y'all living? Life is good.
You go first. Cause I was trying to get this song together. And I was like, I don't know what happened. I was trying to, get my life together over here, but I'm back. Okay.
We getting it together.
I'm getting it together.
You know what I mean?
I was asked that question probably like a month ago by somebody. Like they asked me like, "How was my day?" And I started thinking about it, and my response, people usually just be like, "Good, fine."
Mm-hmm.
My response to that person was, "I don't really have too many bad days anymore." And she asked me to go deeper into why I said that, and I said because I was born in Flint, Michigan, raised in Ben Harbor, Michigan, and I was raised around. Well, y'all watch the news, so y'all see exactly the environment that I grew up in, which was a lot worse when you're there in person.
Right.
So now that I'm here in Atlanta and racking up some huge numbers, I don't really have too much to complain about.
Y'all find blessings and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that. Made up the situation, now you doing a whole lot better. That's what it's about.
So you like Georgia more than Michigan?
And what?
I mean, not just where you from.
But having no place like home.
Yeah, right.
I was born in Flint and raised in Ben Harbor.
Okay.
We were just talking about that at the barbershop today. Because in my song I put straight from Ben Harbor hoods. And then somebody was like, "Oh, you from Ben Harbor?" I was like, "Yeah." They started naming all the streets. They started naming all the high schools, all of that stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, I went to that high school. I went to that film. I went to that park." And we just had I don't have too many Michigan moments here in Atlanta. So that was I love my home, but that was really a place that I was trying to transcend from. I wasn't trying to leave it. I was trying to show it that it can expand to Atlanta. And when I did that, that's on my fan base. I came in with a big fan base because I went to school in Ohio, I went to school in Michigan, and I went to school in Atlanta. So when I started doing music, I had all of those fan bases already racked up.
Right.
So yeah, this is an extension of my home. I'm always gonna have a home here. I plan on living overseas, but I'm always gonna have a home here in Atlanta.
Okay. That's definitely a blessing.
Where'd you go in Ohio?
I lived in Columbus.
So you go upstate?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't for college. That was how old was I when I lived in Ohio? From 2 to 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that was a time where Bow Wow was the biggest artist in the world.
Word.
You were bumped to LeBron James?
No.
That's fucking with you.
In Ohio? Yeah, he was playing at that time.
Okay.
He was playing. I was in third grade though.
Oh.
Second, third grade.
Shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
What about you, sis? What about you? How was your day? What's going on in your world? How you living?
My day was very busy, but productive.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I'm building. I have a brand. I'm tongue tied. I gotta slow down. I have a consulting and services business. Where it concentrates in the entertainment industry.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my clients, it's been very challenging trying to come up with their whole recovery plan for the establishment. So I can't, say nothing. What I mean? But yeah, but it was good. Just trying to get a couple of commercials on the radio for this particular client.
What was the last thing you worked on?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on today.
No, as in like in your career. What was the last project you worked on?
Actually, to be honest with you guys, I've been kind of on ice for like pretty much half the year. I haven't really been indulging in too much. I'm pretty much a workaholic, and I'm very hard on myself.
Understood.
So, I believe in working smart, not hard. So I had to just, tweak up a couple of things that I had going on in the blueprint.
Yeah, you gotta make some.
Yeah, so right now, instead of me like personally concentrating on my own music, you know what I'm saying, I've been focusing solely on, like I said, placements, and outside of jumping in the music videos like I was and blase, I've just been using pretty much the majority of my energy with my business.
Of course.
So, but everything, I'm gonna come off ice very soon.
Of course. I mean, it takes time. I mean, you seem like a planner. So you seem like
I am.
to watch your steps and be careful.
Yeah.
I think Marquese is kind of the same way. When I watch him work with his pictures and videos, I kind of think he's real meticulous. People think he works fast, but that's just his mind speed. But he's real meticulous in what he do and why he do it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much the same thing about my homeboy Vigilante over here, which will bring me to my next question about him being strategically extra smart and extra ahead of the game. When my man got verified. Shout out to that on the brand. And I was saying, so my man told me, off camera, my man was like, yo, I should have been verified, yo. They that been about shit. What happened, so, you know what I'm saying? How that feel, first of all, and what did it take to get there?
Man, it feels great. Like when social media first popped off with, I think Black Planet was the first like popular social media. Was that the first popular?
I want to say Skolnick. I want to say Skolnick, but I don't know people.
I don't remember. I remember Black Planet.
Everybody remember Black Planet.
Okay, so after Black Planet, I would say it's fair to say MySpace. After MySpace was, I want to say Facebook and Twitter came out at the same time, but Facebook popped first.
That shit will fall.
And then when artists started to argue with each other, Twitter got popping.
Mm-hmm.
And then Twitter in 2009 was the first social media platform to implement the Bluecheck because there were so many spam calls.
Right, they had to verify.
And they had to verify who was who. So it was like a soccer player or something like that. They got verified because people couldn't find his account. But he
Was it Beckham?
Was it Beckham?
Was it David Beckham?
If it was David Beckham, if it was Beckham.
See, let us know in the comments who was the first person to get verified on Twitter, man.
I know it was 2009, but I don't remember who it was. So when I got my Twitter and my Facebook and my Instagram, I was popping on all of the social medias, but I was never validated as the highest caliber.
Right.
So when you are on Instagram, to me the highest caliber is having a meal and having a blue check. So I got my blue check, and now I got 100,000, so I'm 1/10 to my meal.
You want something to go?
Almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, word up. How do you advise someone get to that?
That was my next question.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like,
Give me an ice cream.
I'll be right here, like,
Hey,
fuck that shit. How do you do this?
So
You know what I mean?
to get verified is five steps. It's 5 steps.
5 steps like Drew Hill.
5 steps.
Oh, yeah, 4.
The first step is it 4 or is it 5?
Is it
Drew Hill
4?
had 5 steps.
Was it 5?
Yes, then why we make so about 4 steps?
I'm thinking 4 minutes, probably.
5 on or 4 pages letter by Aaliyah?
Yeah, there's a lot of 4.
It's like 4.
Is it 5 steps? Shit.
Yes, nigga, it was possible. Let my man get his 5 steps. God damn.
So the first one is following and engagement.
Engage,
That's the
follow,
first
engagement.
one. So there's no particular number of followers that you need, no particular amount of engagement, but your page can't be like a graveyard. You can't not post it in a month. You can't, you know what I'm saying? like have 10 likes per joint. Like it ain't gotta be a whole bunch, but it just can't be like dead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is your Google Knowledge panel. So if you was to go to Google right now and you type in Will Smith, what's gonna pop up is all his albums, his picture, what he's mostly known for, because it's gonna be like consolidated. It used to be Wikipedia, but now they consolidated it to a Google Knowledge panel.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get any of those by just hitting up a PR rep. Everybody knows a PR rep. So you hit them up and just be like, how much you charge for a Google Knowledge panel? They'll know exactly what you're talking about. So whatever
They should know what you're talking about.
I would hope so. Some people out here there's some people out here posing as them. But if you can't find one for all 5 of these steps, y'all can hit me personally. I still answer all my DMs and all that stuff. So Vigilante LOM on Instagram. So just DM me about any of this stuff that y'all can't get a hold of. So that's the second step is Google Knowledge panel.
Mm-hmm.
The third step, and actually becoming the most important step, articles, write-ups, blogs. They gotta know that the people is talking about you, they gotta know that the platforms know about you. So I would say stuff like Elevator, The Source, Forbes, Yahoo, This Is 50, Influencive, stuff like that. Hip Hop Daily, Hip Hop Weekly, Double XL. If you are written up in like, you would have to have almost all of the ones I just named for that to be, because that was like 13. Me, I had 50, and they took 35 of them and pushed them through the portal, which I'm gonna explain that in just a second. Number 4 is your website. The website is not super duper important, but if you have it, then it's a great addition because it'll just tie everything full circle. All your social medias will go to your website, and then that'll be the way they validate it with the Facebook portal specialist, which is step number 5.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people still don't know that Facebook bought Instagram. That's why when you log in, it says Facebook, and then it says Instagram.
Y'all better know that.
So if you can get verified on Instagram, you can get verified on Facebook, and then you can get verified on Twitter after that. That's like, Instagram is the hardest. So once you get verified on there, then boom, boom, you get verified on the other ones. So yeah, those are the 5 steps. If you're an artist, Spotify is like the cheat code number 6 step. You can get your Spotify popping. Focus on that, like people focus on their music video and their YouTube drop and stuff like that. But if you want to get verified, do your Spotify thing. Get that popping with your monthly listeners and get your numbers up. Take all 5 of those steps, consolidate them into a 1 page, and then you push it through to your specialist.
Can you tell the followers that those 5 steps again?
Yeah, Google Knowledge Panel, following and engagement, website, articles, most important,
Tree.
and then the Facebook portal specialist.
Whoa.
That's
Oh, that was 5.
I thought I counted 5 too. I was doing my fingers.
Oh, I guess my math was.
I'm like, hold up.
Everybody got
Hey, my fingers no more.
See, that's why it's the 4 steps in the movie. I mean, in the song we just talked about.
Yo, in the comments right now, please let us know right now who here have a song for 4 steps, 5 steps.
I remember the 4th step too.
It was 5 steps of eternity.
Okay.
4
We had to
steps.
wait for somebody to sing it. I knew somebody would bust it out.
Was it 5?
I swear to God, it was 5.
Somebody got me 5
Oh,
people.
there's 1 step.
He started from 5 to 1.
What's the one where it was like?
I think it was.
Y'all might be thinking of 2 different
Oh,
songs.
yeah, I'm
God.
thinking
It was 5 steps from eternity. 4 steps. You went past me and 3 more.
Oh, I'm thinking
It was you,
step
Step
1.
I don't know the
Damn.
song.
Isn't there one? Yo, fuck that shit anyway.
I'm over here singing the song.
What I wanted to touch on with that was, because like how he said that he thought I was verified already. I was supposed to be verified last year in October. My boy Never Fella, shout out to him. He got verified and he gave me those steps I just gave to y'all. And when he gave me those steps, I was like, damn, bro, you just gave me like $20,000 to $30,000. This is last year. You gave me $20,000 to $30,000 worth of information that PR would be charging you for free just because we're friends. I appreciate you, but I'm not going to do that to the next person.
Yeah.
I'm going to charge them for them to be able to know what that is. So I got my blue check not for the cloud, but for the extra stream of income. So what I wanted to do was, I thought that once I got my blue check with my big following that I had, that it was going to be an avalanche of people just throwing money my way to get their blue check, And what I realized is that Instagram has 500 million users. only 10% of them have over 100,000 followers, and only 1% have Bluechecks. That almost sounds
Sounds like the wealth gap to me.
I was just about to say, our social media is identical to our wealth gap, which means that is that way because of the mentality on both sides is the same and how serious people treat themselves. So when I tell people the steps to do it, they always like render and then straight off, or they start the first step, straight off, start the 2 first, straight off, 3, straight off. Anybody that strays off from these steps is not gonna get verified. So there's no point in you starting it if you're not gonna finish it.
So let me ask you another question. Is it important really to have a blue check on your Instagram, on your social media profile, and you know what I mean, and you can still thrive without it? Like, what is
like how important?
Like how important is this blue check? Like,
I remember last year, somebody asked me, what would you do if social media went away? I said, I would keep doing the same thing I'm doing, because you have 2 different types of people. You have people, and it's not wrong to be on either side of this when I'm about to say this. You have people who built their fame through social media, and you have people who share their fame on social media.
so, Billy, what do you think? How important is it to have a blue check?
I feel like it is very important. I feel like, to be honest, that's why everybody and their mama, even people who not even involved in the entertainment industry, they always search for clout. Everybody want to get followers. Everybody want to be known. You feel me? So
No.
I feel like the blue check is extremely important. Period. Like,
What would you say to people who be like, well, nah, my social media may not be popping, but bitch, I'm lit in real life. What you mean?
but see,
What you talking about?
that's where it's kind of conflicting at, because that's how I be feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like that. Like, I don't like to attach myself to social media, but I do understand, because I know I'm popular in real life. You know what I'm saying? I know people. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Yeah,
but
right.
at the same time, in today's world, you know what I'm saying, and especially in this industry, like, you gotta do something. People click on your page.
Is it more
If you got 300 followers, they I don't care what record you wrote, or you know, sell broke or whatever. Like, ain't nobody
That
gonna.
shit do be true. It's kind of like a badge of
honor, like bad honor.
not even an honor, like certification of
Acceptance, social acceptance,
It's like a degree.
global recognition, public
it's like a
recognition.
certification
Public-
to say to be who you say you are and who you say you are. Because you can still be good.
People
You can
automatically
still,
think you serious.
you can still be good at whatever you do with a low following, but then when you have that, it's like, yo, he went to school for this to a certain extent, because you understand that marketing is huge. It's like your degree. You know what I'm saying?
It's like school of hard knocks.
If I say I do wood carving, and I have, even if I have like maybe 7,000, 2,000 followers, but then I say I do the same thing and I got a blue check, motherfuckers be like, he went to school for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get what I want to get out of what I'm
I
trying
felt
to
the
do.
exact same way that you feel. If I go to your page and I see you have 2,000 followers and a blue check, and I go to his page and he don't, I'm gonna feel like it's something that he know that he don't know.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah,
That's how I feel.
it is.
But you know what I've realized, like all my time, the time I've spent in the music business and shit, in the acting world, whatever, world of entertainment, is what I realized is that a lot of the key players though, be low key. The niggas that have like 1,200 followers type shit. But them be the niggas with a couple million in bank account writing the hits that you play every day on the radio.
Nah, you're right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be the niggas that can change your life. Like, you going to them niggas at a coffee shop, he got on a Kango hat, a sweater, a 2-button polo shirt, some khakis on, and some banana boots. And the nigga no disrespect who's not smart like you, who drip like you, or walk right by us, like, you see this weird nigga?
Yeah.
But that'd be the nigga that'd be like, yo, I need to talk to, because if he did, he could make a phone call, have a contract, and my email in 30 minutes.
Nah, you right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
Them niggas don't really care about it, because they know they got it in real life.
Nah, you right.
So that's when it becomes a personal preference, you know what I'm saying?
It depends on how you want to go about it.
But how you want to be with you?
Yeah, I mean, because that's a way of just a lot of things coming to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wear a suit as opposed to if I just dress like this and I walk outside. And niggas gonna be like, you know,
Appearance.
I ain't all crazy flashy. They'll be okay, you look nice, and then they see me in the suit. You know what I'm saying? And they, damn, what he got going on? Whatever he says is that much more important. So I guess it just depends on how you want to go about it, because niggas will still know about you. You know, you do your thing, you could probably, like you said, run up a couple mil and be that nigga. But I feel like those odds can be few and far in between. A lot, like, you know, you wouldn't want to necessarily bet it all on that.
Of course not.
Depending on what you're trying to look for.
Yeah, it all depends on, I guess, what you deem as important. Like, for some people, like, I real talk, I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000, y'all. A thou out. I'm keeping a thou out with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know out here, man. Like, I'll send it bounce so you're gonna get it. I've met a lot of people who been verified. You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of people who got 1,000, 100,000 followers, 500,000 followers, 1 million, and a blue check. You know what I'm saying? And real talk, a lot of niggas be cornballs, dog. Like, a lot of niggas be socially awkward, like be in the room and be looking nervous. And I'm like, nigga, everybody around here is a celeb or important like you. What the fuck is you nervous about? But you be on the gram flexing and you feel what I'm saying? And it be dumb types. And I'm like, but in real life, y'all niggas is corky as hell.
Some people don't even run their own pages though.
I ain't think of that.
Some people not even running their own.
I ain't think of that.
Yeah.
I ain't think of that.
It happens all the time.
Now I know a dude like niggas like Beyonce ain't got the time, so I know he paying somebody to do it. Mm-hmm. Somebody like Drake probably just took control of his shit. Like Rick Ross, he's doing his own shit.
Yeah.
Normani, she got some help. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I get it. Some people ain't just got the time, but they need that presence.
So you prefer the other way, just the low key, play under the radar.
I ain't gonna front. I wouldn't be mad if I fell into 100,000 followers. I ain't gonna cat. I wouldn't be mad. Right. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, nah, no thank you. Like, I'm gonna fuck with it. But at the same time, I'm realizing that my first appearance isn't my social media. It's me. You feel what I'm saying? It's me walking through the doors, me shaking hands, it's my aura, it's my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can control the room with just being who I am. And in real life, I can call these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gotta like this shit all the time and they ain't tripping about it. So it becomes more so like, if I got it, I got it. If I don't,
say, look, right? Say we like in the same world, right? And there's another world right next to us.
Parallel universe, I love
parallel, right? So so then you put them together, right? And they got you right there, like that. And then they got you again, your twin, and he's in the suit. Who you think gonna win out of those choices?
And me like this and me in the suit, it depends on who's looking at you. Who's shooting.
You think that?
I know.
I'm talking about the same you and the same brain you have right now.
I'm the same person, I'm the same dude, just one in the suit and one in this. Keep it 100. It all depends who's looking at me.
I don't know, bruh.
Because it could be a certain kind of people who like that.
See, now you moving goalposts. It's good.
Yo, all right, that's how I ain't fuck with you, bro. All right.
I get the comparison you're trying to do.
You know, I get it.
When I was auditioning to be on BET, I was supposed to be one of the characters on P-Valley. I filmed up in Netflix at the same time, so I wasn't able to do it. So when I went up to go see the director, it was this African-American woman. She was just sitting there chilling, very introverted. And she goes, and then I started the audition. And then when the audition was over, she just went, and then I walked out. And I got a call an hour later saying that I got it. So they gave me her social media page. Her social media page was a graveyard. But she was an extremely important person. She was the determining factor of whether or not I was going to become a character on that show.
Like changing people.
What social media is a tool.
It is.
It's a tool. Because just like you said about that, people will feel your aura in person. A lot of people don't get to meet you in person. Just like how you knew
that's a good point too, though.
How you knew I was coming tonight, he could have just showed you my social media. And then how you saw the video, you see the professionalism in the video. Sometimes that's the first impression. Because if I see that you don't have good quality on your photos, or you don't take your quality in your music videos and stuff seriously, then that becomes I don't want that person as a guest on my show.
And that's when it becomes quality over quantity.
Outstanding balance.
Outstanding balance. But yeah, it's tough though, because you do be having those awkward dudes or whatever people with those crazy minds, yo, and they be in like Rick Rubin looking ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With the toes out
And the bed down there
with the stomach,
down to the waist.
with the stomach he been wearing, the shirt he been wearing for like 3
You
years.
see that man on the train or outside probably think he's homeless. That nigga going home to a 29-acre house, a full studio in his basement with at least 100 platinum plaques.
Like that, like Zuckerberg. You know, he in a suit now. You know, that nigga.
He's a nerd. Poindexter.
Yeah, so I feel that.
Real talk.
But it's just, like I said, it's those what you want to gamble on, you know? Because I know I be chilling, man. I probably made more money in some flip flops with my toes out than I had in the suit, straight up. I used to put that shit on my life all the time. Like, man, I just be wearing these same flip flops every day.
Niggas about to be like, maybe I should
More money than shit. But I know when I be, you know, you be dressed up or something, you put some shit on it, just be like,
no, I'm telling you, keep it 100 with you.
devour the world, bro. You about to kill them, you know what I'm saying?
I'm keeping 100 with you. And we got a lady in the building.
Another $1,000, $2,000.
Another $1,000.
Keep another K.
It's 2,000. It's 2K. Add them up.
Got the game in his hands.
When you put on the right fit,
Yeah, he ain't gotta be a suit.
it ain't gotta be a suit.
Yeah.
It's just the fit good.
Right?
You know, feels
you
good.
stunting on them motherfuckers, man.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even gotta be a perfect pair match, but the shoe got a little color that's hitting the hat nice way. You know what I'm saying? And then the jacket you got on got a different color, but it's matching the fade in the pants, and the pants match the hat. Like it's just a whole different level.
Right.
And then when you put on that suit, or a lady put on a nice dress,
Right.
yeah, you fresh out the shower, you know what I'm saying? You got some Dolce & Gabbana cologne on per se, excuse
That's
me.
my favorite, baby.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you just feeling good. You step out the house feeling like $1 million. You know what I mean? You get that G37, you know what I mean? You just do your thing. It's a vibe.
No, I'm with you.
So, ladies first.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, go ahead.
What is your like favorite fit? Like, if you ever down or you just want to feel good and you know you gonna kill a game, what look and swag are you going for? Because you got purple hair and shit on, you fucking the whole game.
To be honest with you, I'm the type of person, like, I either got on, like, if I'm going out, I'm either gonna have on a dress and some heels. I wear heels. I'm a heel person, so it's either gonna be jeans and heels or it's gonna be a dress and some heels, you know. But I don't know, like, to me, like, whatever I'm feeling, like, you know, when it comes to going out, like, I want to make sure I'm delivering. So
when you want to
delivering,
it don't matter
what's
what
it giving?
you know, exactly. So whatever I got on, like, I'm gonna just make sure, you know, it's being served how it needs to be served. Like, I really don't have a go-to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very spontaneous.
Oh, okay.
In every category.
Yeah,
So.
man. I feel like what's your favorite outfit is like a. I say outfit, nigga.
Yeah.
I say outfit. What's your favorite look? Like,
my great grandpappy bought me a wool.
Like, I
I
like
like the grown and sexy look on me, like going out and stuff. I like the grown and sexy look,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to look like I'm going to prom,
right.
but I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure it looks good, like,
Of course.
you know.
Like, personally, I like me some nice fly jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying right now, I don't really give a fuck about a name, but I'm probably one of the flyest niggas you'll ever meet.
Oh shit.
Big set.
Oh shit.
Big set. And that's and the reason why I will be is because my outfit and look isn't based on the name of the brand. It's based on how the look hit. You feel what I'm saying? I keep it 100 with y'all. Nothing I'm wearing his name brand right now, except my Jordans and my fit. But the shit hit, don't it? Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's my face.
Yo, my man. Killing him.
Hitting. I'm hitting. I like the long trick.
I feel you. Sometimes, like I said, I got shit, man. I used to serve at Cheesecake Factory. Back then, I used to wear button ups and all that, like everything. Not just the white one that we wore.
Right.
I got a couple blazers, put my buttons on. I used to wear that every day.
Clean.
Every day. But then, like I said, I don't know, man. Then I just shit happened, and then I like that was before I used to wear my flip flops every day. And I guess after that feeling of being like I don't have to care who none of these people
It's really the person in the fit. Like, if somebody can have on a plain fit and be still lame,
Lame.
you know what I'm saying?
Lame with the
And then somebody can have on a whole damn regular.
I'll be some people and be like, you're Marquese? Yeah. Oh shit, like yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
But so I've been on both sides of the spectrum, and
oh shit.
I'm everywhere.
Oh shit. Update.
Okay, who we got?
Travis Scott got hit with 46 lawsuits. Yikes.
46.
46.
And
Now, last time I heard it was 24, and they all totaled up to about 26 million. And that was the only amount that his insurance would cover.
16. God damn.
Oh, so you heard 16. I saw 24, and it maxed out at 26 million. That's the total amount. Ironically, that's the amount that it was totaled at. So I'm like, all right, cool. His insurance is going to cover 26 million. He's getting sued for total of 26 million. He good. Nothing coming out of pocket. I look at there's a whole other 22 on that ass. I don't know if they're going to cover that.
That's messed up.
46 lawsuits.
I'm talking. Oh!
This shit went up.
Bill. I was like, so now he got.
No, it was at 26 million, and I think for 24 lawsuits, the total up to 26 million. Now he got 46 lawsuits. I don't know what the max amount is, but what I do know is that ass.
That's a tough life.
Man, that's it.
I'm not laughing like that because shit ain't funny, but
It's not funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel so bad for him because I'm really a fan too. But I feel so
I'm a
bad
fan too. But
it's really not his fault.
I don't know about that.
How is not his fault? You think he was like, "Hey y'all, go stab everybody so I can get sued"?
I'm not. It's not just the stab. They just got him on camera, kind of inciting and kind of leading him. Now, I'm a fan of his shit too. His shit go hard. It's just tough, man.
It is.
He got to that what they call the rage life, or what they got, that culture they got going on.
So can you elaborate on when you said they had footage of him doing what now? Because all I saw was him trying to help.
Yeah, but they got footage back in like 2016 where he was like,
niggas took his shoe. Fuck him up!
So they used his
I got that. Yo, they got other joints of him like, saying like, rage, like he posted from his old concerts, people being passed out, knocked out from injuries, talking about you're a hero. Oh, this dude, you're a hero, my hero.
He encourages that.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't think I don't think he had any ill intent with that type of stuff. It's just like the more stream of the kids, like growing up. I fuck with Travis Scott. But I'm not about to be in no damn.
He's in the mosh pit era.
He ain't talking to me.
Like,
he talk about the mosh pit. That's not what y'all do. You mosh?
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I like to watch him just from above.
That shit that's going down. That's a different crowd.
Do you know
what they do?
No, they do, and also like that thing in rock and roll and shit. Like, I've seen it in many parties where they be in like circles. Motherfuckers just jump and just swing.
Man.
They kick and just punch and swing. I'm like,
I used to
I promise you ain't gonna make it out this bitch.
Yeah, I never had none of that. I never had none of hit.
Yo, they be, I'm like, yo, and people just be circling and watching. I'm like, so you watching this man punch air? You watching this man punch air?
Man.
And he's feeling it, man. He's feeling it. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? I be playing Kevin Gates, nigga. I don't be ready to go spin block on Kevin Gates.
Don't be that big.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
I don't think if somebody took Vigilante's fucking shoe at his show, he would be like, fuck him up, fuck him up, fuck him up.
Depends on if that shoe costs almost $1,000.
It was a pair of Yeezys, dog.
Oh, they said that shit was $8.
This is your brother-in-law. You can get a free pair against nothing right after the show. Like,
You're right.
Some stuff does not work.
Bitch. And if you try
how much does the shoe have to cost for you to be like,
I wouldn't care.
One of the shoes.
They probably on the phone with one shoe.
One of the shoes would have to be at least like one of the shoes would have to be like one like $50,000 per shoe.
She said one.
And what shoe was $50,000
$50,000 per shoe. So $100,000 pair of shoes. That's the only way I'd be like, fuck them up, fuck them up.
You got the shoe back though. He got his head.
I don't know, man. I just feel like I wouldn't say fuck him up, but I feel some kind of way
I
if a
think
nigga pull my shoe off.
She
Bro.
gonna get his ass. My
Why
don't care.
you taking my shoe? You know that don't belong to you, bro. You intentionally step my shoe too.
But
You
it's
know
a
what I'm saying?
fan. It's a fan who's happy to have
Don't
your
take
shoe.
my shoe off. You should be, if it comes off, you should be like, here's your shoe back. Don't take my
Oh, I see what you're
please don't
saying.
take my
You saying it's a
fucking shoe
fan?
off.
You so but don't fans.
He in the crowd. You was crowd surfing. Idiot.
He trying to steal his shoes,
But if
bro.
they like
You
you,
think they took your shoe, not your chain? What
I don't
the
give a
fuck?
fuck.
that's what I'm saying.
What if I took
They
your
like
shoe
you.
off
They
right now? You
like
know
they might have something to say. Look, I got
My nigga, take my shoe, man.
It's not like they told you.
When he said that, I really can feel like my shoe, my one of my shoes being on. Like you know, you can imagine it right
Yeah, of
now.
course.
If it was
But it's on his shoes.
But it wasn't. But look,
right?
like, you imagine how bare it would be in the air coming in, right? You feeling the floor, right? And then imagine that you didn't take it off. That shit annoys me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, Marquese is fucking petty. He's fucking petty, yo.
It'd be different if I wanted it to come off.
Yes, I'm
I'm
bad.
feeling this way because of you. Think
He mad from the draft on his foot because he was the one who took his shoe off.
that's really it's a draft, really. Bro. That's what I'm
You know what?
feeling right now.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I had this question burning in my heart.
Oh man.
I got this question burning in my heart.
Bruh.
What's the pettiest thing you ever snap on somebody for? What's the smallest thing you was like, bitch, Corvette?
She got something.
I got
Ladies first.
one thing I recently snapped on somebody for, but this is real though.
Was it petty though?
It was petty.
Okay.
Man, I do not like when people take too long to open chips. Like, or any type of snack. Any snack that makes
Say
a
the
sound.
door.
No, for real.
Hey,
Hell nah.
Look, like,
No goddamn shit.
y'all know the sound of a bag? It pisses me off. Like, that's my pet peeve. Like, to hear somebody struggle to open chips, like, you only got 3 seconds to open it before I
3 seconds?
get mad.
Who
Like,
made you the
I don't
timekeeper?
like when people open chips, y'all.
What the fuck?
Yo, straight up.
You know that sound. Next time, now moving forward, everybody who next time after this day, you're gonna hear somebody open some chips. It's gonna piss you off. Now that you met me, you're not gonna like
I'm
it.
like, yo, Bill.
It's aggravating as hell.
Yo, I can't front. I thought when she said that she meant like was holding the bag and just wasn't open.
No,
Open the trip, goddamn. Let's go eat.
no, I don't want to eat
Like,
chips.
people just be around her like,
No, I don't want to eat chips. No, y'all
like,
know. No,
when I got my hands, she like, yo.
I'm so serious, y'all. I know y'all know the sound. I'm talking about that. Like right now, you got up and you got up and you.
That's annoying.
If you crunch up that bag
That's
right there,
annoying, though.
I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose it. She said I'm gonna lose it,
I can't
y'all.
say I open it for you. I'm open it for you.
What you got? What you think?
Oh, my shit.
The pettiest thing that we've done, right?
It'll be snap over. Snap on somebody else for. The pettiest thing I snap on somebody for, niggas stole my clip. I had a little bit of weed rolled up in the crib. I came home.
How small was it? How small was it? Give me. How small was
Yeah,
it?
you gotta show us.
Why does that matter though?
It-
Oh, I feel like this, bro.
That's no roach there.
It had weed tar on it, and that was it. Huh?
Weed tar?
This nigga was like, I had that one little hit.
Fuck up.
Bernie Vegas, put it down. That's it. That's all I wanted.
Pancake batter colored motherfucker. Shut the fuck up.
I gotta see.
The shit was like this big, dog.
That's not no clip, nigga.
This is a clip.
Of a what?
Of a blunt.
Of a 3.5, nigga?
Oh my god.
No, it's of a blunt. Of a one split. It was like this big.
When I think of clip,
What's a clip?
I don't think of
Clip.
that.
I'm from New York. We call it clip when we
It's
clip
anything
the
that-
blunt.
Oh,
We put the blunt out.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's
Like the shit you gotta hold with like.
No, we call those roaches in New York. We call those roaches.
But what's
That's the
clip?
same for us.
A clip is a little bit more. It's like this big. All right.
Yeah.
Let's say your boss goes
So
like
that's
this,
half a blunt.
and you put it out. It's like a clip.
We actually go the other way. If I say a roach, it's bigger than a clip.
What? A big roach?
Right? Like in your mind, if I tell you I got a roach roach, or if I tell you I got a fan.
Where did you live? Your roaches is this big.
Roaches.
You call them roaches. Where I'm from, our roaches is this big in the house.
Okay, but
where you at? Your roaches is like this.
I'm gonna let y'all talk, and then I'm gonna break down the science to this. Go ahead.
Oh, real? All right.
I'm gonna let them talk, and then I'm gonna break down the science. Go ahead.
Damn.
Have you seen you snap over? We gonna get back
No, about the clip.
Oh, you want a roach clip?
Unless you want to go on the pettiest thing. I'm about to say,
You come back to that.
Are we going to the roach?
yeah, I'll go ahead. Talk about that, and I'm
All right, so I'm from New York.
I got a way of going.
We call a roach of a blunt like this big. They call this a roach because it's small as a roach.
Okay.
We used to roll in Dutches and backwoods and that brown color of a roach.
Right.
So that's why we call them, this small, we call them roaches.
Okay.
Nigga, stop smoking that roach. Put that roach out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People from New York, tri-state, Philly, they can probably understand. And a clip is a bit bigger than a lot bigger than a fucking roach. It's usually about this big, this big, this big. Like you smoke the blunt, it started off bigger. You probably put the blunt out, had something to do, ran out to the store, so you put the blunt out, you clipped it. So you call it a clip.
Oh,
That's putting it out.
That's
Putting it out is called a clip.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Put it out.
Oh, so you called it a clip because of that.
Yeah.
Hold up. You ain't supposed to be talking about what they feel about it.
I was explaining it. Now
Okay. That's what I wanted to do.
Go ahead.
We'll let them go first.
How do I feel about a clip in the blunt?
See, it was just the size of it. What do you like? Where you from, or how do y'all describe clips and blunts and roaches? Like the size of a blunt. Like what is y'all?
It sounds like that. Pretty much what a clip sounds like is a half or a third of a blunt that you put.
I'm into the third.
I mean, you got a lot of life in Ohio. I mean, Midwest.
Yeah, Midwest.
So it's different for him too.
Yeah, they call it the third.
I've been there a few years in my life. So,
Okay.
And a roach is universal. A roach is a roach.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, and like a roach is definitely universal. And we don't call it clip when we put it out. We just say put it out.
Right. So
Put it out.
So for me, but I was born up north, so that maybe that's what it is. But for me, when I hear a clip, I think of something that's real small because it makes me think of like a clip. Like they even say roach clips. So that's why when they say roach, that's bigger than a clip. After you smoke it down, if you have like close to half, that's a roach because you're ready to smoke it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You put that out and bring it back up. If you just smoked a few puffs and it's not close to half, I wouldn't call that a roach because it's a lot of weed.
Yeah.
But if you close to half or below half a little bit, that's a roach. When it gets smaller than below half, when you get less than a 4, that becomes almost a clip. Like a clip is a real small roach.
I thought a clip was something y'all hold y'all blunt with.
And when I think of something to hold a blunt, it'd be like because it's so little. Maybe I'm just thinking.
And where you from originally?
I was born in Connecticut.
Okay.
But I moved to Georgia when I was 7. I moved to Georgia when I was 7, so
Okay.
I got a lot of mix of all of that. Then I went to school in Ohio for a few years. And all
Shit
that.
like that.
All that.
I got a movie. I'm a media dude. This guy's a movie film. That's the guy I got a question. And did anybody here see Harder Day Fall?
Hold up, though. We didn't finish. What was their awkward spot? They awkward joints, because I didn't get to mine. We just talked about roach clips.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
Nigga, you snap on somebody for something. You're like, damn, I kind of have to do that. I was kind of probably fucked up.
Damn, that nigga perfect.
He's standing on this shit. Listen, I said it. He said, if I said it, bitch, and I feel sorry. What the fuck is you talking about? When's your birthday? What's your sign?
It's December 9th. I'm gonna be honest though.
Sad is in this motherfucker. What are y'all talking about? What's up?
When I do something, I really do it because I already calculated in my head every possibility that could possibly come out of it.
Right.
So if I punch somebody in the face and they bigger than me, then know that I already calculated the fact that it's about to be a rough fight. You see what I'm saying?
That's gonna be a bumpy night.
It's gonna be
But you could be like, yo, maybe I could have handled that better.
I already factored that in.
Maybe I can handle that. That's smart.
Is this the best way I can handle this? My back has to be against the wall all the way. There's no better way to handle it. I gotta punch him.
Yeah. My shit is, if I get that heartbeat skip feeling shit, I'm swinging. Fuck it. If I get that awkward heartbeat shit, fuck it. Boom! Fuck it. It's going down. You'll never know. No thoughts. Fuck it. I don't like that nervousness. I just felt in my chest. I gotta do something.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm like that. Oh, nigga, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out later, nigga. Fuck it.
Yeah, for real. I feel you on that one.
Bro, fuck it. You going for it.
I'm like that, because I ain't finna wait for nobody
Nah.
to hit me first.
Because if you get that first shot, nigga, I might not get one in.
Because my thing is, as long as you can say what you want to say, as long as you ain't get close. If you too close, if I can put my arm out and touch you, I'm gonna punch shit out you.
You a real one, man. That's definitely some New York up north shit. You definitely say that. We can't put our arms out.
For real, I'm super born right here, but I guess I'm just a little different. Cause and you in my space, I ain't finna ask no questions or nothing. Like you said, figure it out later. We'll figure out how this all happened later.
Later on, yeah.
The judge like, what happened? My heart skipped a beat. Your Honor, my heart skipped a beat and I didn't know what to do.
They probably bust out laughing at you. They probably bust out laughing at you.
My heart skipped a beat. My heart skipped a beat, Your Honor, and I didn't know what to do. I ain't like that situation.
Crack up that.
My heart's... I'm sorry, I didn't know
Your
what
heart
to do.
got a hiccup.
I like that one. Well, Your Honor, my heart had a hiccup. What? It jumped when it wasn't supposed to jump.
For real.
So, I don't think I can't think of like a petty. I don't feel petty, but it's kind of a awkward moment that comes to mind.
Shit.
First business I ever legally started was a moving business back in college. And, you know what I'm saying? I used to play football. I feel like I say that. Didn't I say that on every episode so far? What's part of my life? I played 16 years of my life. That's more than half of my life.
That's a big chunk.
And it always did. If I tell any stories about before, it usually has that involved. So anyway, so I put a lot of my teammates on and on my roommates and whatnot, and I would pay them, 10 an hour plus tips, and they always got good tips and whatnot. And one time, you know what I'm saying, they came back and they did overtime, and just the way the money was supposed to be, they weren't trying to. They came back and they gave me like $40.
What?
For overtime. It was like $2. And
what?
At the end of the day, these is my niggas, and I shouldn't have been the way I've been. But I don't think it was petty just because of structure. Mm-hmm. So they gave me $40 from overtime. I'm like, that's really kind of supposed to be your payment plus tip. Nigga, like what? Mm-hmm. And it was, that's all you getting for this and that. I'm like, you got the, you did the booking and that. Long story short, I got so mad because they was really not understanding from my view. And I just got out the shower and I had this towel on. And I stood up, I was like, mother, my shit fell off. I was like, y'all niggas gonna give me my fucking...
Damn.
And they was sitting there like, I could tell looking at their faces, they didn't feel threatened. They was just like, what the fuck, nigga? So that's why I don't feel like so bad, because I didn't, getting that. And they still my brothers to this day.
Did you get your $40?
I ended up accepting what I got because, for one, my niggas, for two, those.
I mean, they gave you $40. Was they really your niggas? Really? Hold on. That's the thing. I don't want to hear what you said. They gave you $40. Those really your niggas?
That's no. So it's a tough situation, bruh. We were all, bruh.
Yeah,
we were all in some very bad situations, and we all really looked out for each other. So I was doing well. I understood. You know what I'm saying? And they were hard. Like they were hard. Them jobs hard. You ever work for a moving company?
Mm-hmm. Yes, nigga. Yes, I have.
So
yes.
Sometimes overall it's a little over average, but sometimes these niggas be on some shit, and it's like fuck. And they went so far over that I was like, where the fuck are these niggas type shit? Like, And it was raining too, bruh. Straight up, it was raining, and they had to hit like a bigger. Like I saw, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
And you know when you've been through those things,
that was a hard day.
you know you've been.
That's
Yeah.
hard, baby.
That was a hard fight.
Moving companies be no joke.
Yeah,
They make you want to find a good, nice career.
Go back to school, in class, like,
Bro, my bad. Yo, for real, my
I'm
bad.
not
My
impressed,
arms,
man.
that shit was a bitch.
Tell you something.
But yeah, that wasn't. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was petty. I would say I don't feel like I was wrong for over, like I said, the structure. But it's like after those are my niggas, and I shouldn't handle it that way. So
How would you react if he did that? Again, modern day. Y'all got into it.
shit.
Y'all got into it. He just got out the shower. He goes sit in that chair right there. Conversation get escalated. He stand up like that again. It's hot fire. What are you gonna do?
first things first, what I'm gonna do,
It was the intro.
He said,
first thing I'm gonna do, on God,
Step one.
close my eyes and make sure my head is to the sky. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm gonna feel my way out to an exit. And when I know he's not in my view, I'm gonna open my eyes again. And we're gonna come back to this conversation at a later date. Because for that whole day, the conversation's over. There's nothing left to say. After that, on that day, it's not, nothing else.
Y'all can't talk about nothing.
No.
Not even.
Yeah, I don't think we did talk.
Y'all can't talk about
We did talk for a while.
Nothing.
nothing.
No.
Those were two of my roommates.
Yeah.
I didn't talk.
And right.
There's nothing to talk about.
Nothing. Not even about female. Nothing.
I don't want to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it.
Oh my
I ain't trying to hear it.
Oh my goodness.
You trying to hear
That is so
it?
funny. That's hilarious.
Speaking of, I don't want to hear it. My nigga Will, Big Willie,
Oh,
Mike Lowry. Oh man,
it's new news every day, right? Breaking news every day.
I mean, I feel like it is breaking. I feel like since the last time, from the last show, this shit is 3 hours old, dog. This shit is really new. Big Willie, he's getting jiggy with it right now. He's got a lot going on. He's definitely getting jiggy with it. This is not the Wild Wild West, but he's shooting all over the place. And the way he's going, he's definitely going to be the man in black.
What is new?
That's what I did there. 3 Will movies.
That was a scheme.
Bars. Like, I've done this. You know what I'm saying?
But what's new? So he's out here fucking hella bitches is what's new?
I wish he was, by the way. It was looking
That's what
for
it
it.
sounded like. Didn't it sound like that's
He's
what
not
he was talking about?
fucking hella bitches.
Nah, he was just doing a scheme. He was doing a Will Smith movie scheme.
Yeah, it was
I
Venus.
was being kind of
This is music motherfucker. That's my guy. So what happened was, what happened was, this nigga Will is promoting his new book that just dropped. I don't know the name of it.
It's called Will. The book is just called Will.
Oh, that's
The way she said it was so dry. It's Will. It's just called
I didn't
Will.
mean it like that.
It's called
The
Will.
book is self-titled.
So self-titled book Will. It's his memoir. You know what I'm saying? He's also got a documentary dropping, so make sure y'all keep your eyes up for that. So that's support our people no matter what they're going through. But Big Willie, he's talking, promoting, going on his promo tour. He was one-on-one with somebody. I forgot to do his name. But he was like, yo, I hated that I wasn't what he was in the world. And I wanted Jada to look at me like that. And anybody who knows anything about
you watched the interviews?
I watched pieces of it. I was moving around, so I couldn't watch it entirely.
So he said what?
He said that I was jealous that I couldn't be what he was in the world, and I wanted Jada to look at me like
Talking
that.
about Tupac?
That's exactly what I was saying.
All they had was that.
That was just the main clip, and then he went to the more depth to what he meant by that. So anybody who knows our culture, if you black, you better fucking know.
Yeah.
Niggas done called that out a while ago.
Jada and Pop had a crazy thing. They went to school together. They went to high school together in New York, high school, school for performing arts. And then who knows Pop? They know Pop was a dancer first, voice rapper with Digital Underground. And that's where he met Jada in school when he was going to school for performing arts. They was both in the acting class. They connected vibe because he wrote poetry as well. One of his books was called The Road to Roof and Concrete, a New York Times bestseller.
when he got his handwritten poems in his book, which is fire as fuck. He wrote that in school and shit, and all the time. While most of that was about Jada. A lot of people knew that. A lot of the love poems was about his mom's, about Jada. And they had a thing. Unfortunately, his untimely demise didn't allow that to flourish.
Yeah.
And during that time, Will was on his up and coming, doing his thing. He had a show going on and all that. Him and Jazz were still rapping and all that whole shit. And he kind of took off from there, met Jada on the set. I forgot what movie they was doing or whatever they was at. Met her, and they've been in love ever since. So he knew in the time when he was talking to her that she had a thing for Pop. Even after he died, like she was fucking with niggas. That shit hurt. She loved Pop.
She did.
And,
I think he even said that they made it known, like Jada, Will knows that, like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He knew like she loved him and still do.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and his untimely demise didn't actually even stop it. They kind of tried to make love for him even stronger. But like, damn, I should have been with him at the time, trying to front on him. Now he's not here. I can't be with him at all. So in the back of her mind somewhere, in her heart, not even her mind, the back of her heart somewhere, that light will always be lit for Pop. You know what I'm saying? Will knows that. Even probably till this day.
Mm-hmm.
And my man hurt.
I know they was talking about that years ago, like how their relationship was and kind of lower key than what you were saying. That really put a lot of insight into it. Damn, that's tough, man. What you do when your girl in love with another nigga?
And that man ain't even here.
Shit.
That's hard. That's a difficult one.
I mean, what they got, because they got her family.
I guess I'm just different.
That was different.
Like if they got, they got kids and they got years.
Now, to be honest, I would honor that if I was if I'm me and then my girl was in love with somebody else, but they passed away.
Yeah, you did.
I would honor that. Like we would have like if let's say it was Tupac.
Wouldn't you say he has honored that? So, well, I mean, they've been together for a while.
I was seeing he going with this.
But
I honored it in a way like his poems that he wrote for her. We would case them. We would be playing his music all the time. That'd just be like a thing. Like that's a dope other person for you to have wanted to be with. So I'm not mad at that. It was just timeline the way it became into the picture.
Yeah.
That's dope. But that determines whether a man want to fight his ego or not.
Yeah. I mean, we can say the same thing for what's this dude name? Not this dude name. I know King Von and what was his name? Asian Doll.
Yeah.
And who she dating now? What's his name?
I forgot too, but
Jack Boy.
Yeah.
She was talking about he talked about him all the time and he don't mind. She still go by Queen Vaughn.
Yeah.
And he cool with it.
Yeah, I remember seeing someone on Instagram. She was like, "You're not insecure."
So my thing is, that's cool, but if you so in love with that person, then you're not for me. Then why am I around?
Even if they did?
That's cool. I'm not gonna hate you, but you're just not for me because I want somebody that's gonna love me the same way you love that person.
And there's nothing wrong with what you're saying either.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like when I want a girl that when I die, she'd be Queen Marquese. I'm not gonna, if I pass away, she's still gonna be Queen Vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I'm talking to her, she's still gonna be Queen Vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here like hold on, hey, police, who's talking? This is Queen Vaughn. My boyfriend, Jack Boy. Who's this again? Queen Vaughn. When you get to the door, tell him to ask for Queen Vaughn. He's dying. Hurry up.
They do sound crazy, man. I get when you come to
Ambulance is gonna cost $500. Who's been there with the card under? Queen Vaughn. And who did they pick up? Jack Boy. Who's in the car under again? Queen Vaughn. Queen Vaughn. Come on. Yo, that's cool with you. What's that right for King Vaughn?
Yeah.
But you said, yeah. Oh, but that's cool with you? Yo, that's cool with you. You over here like, Queen Vaughn. She over you like, Queen Vaun. You over here.
That shit gonna raise your blood pressure. It's your blood clot.
That's what you want.
I got the whole story in my head. I'm really picturing you on the ground.
Yo.
Yo, Marquese, what's wrong? My name is Queen Jason. My boyfriend Marquese. Queen who? Jason. And I know who that nigga is. Come over here.
Yo, God,
I'm over here like R.I.P. Jason. You dying over here thinking about another nigga that's dead. Like, oh shit, I see
You could have survived, but she kept saying that. That messed up.
Oh shit.
Oh, how'd you feel, November?
That's messed up.
You start laughing?
Yo, Father, forgive me.
Shit. Situation to be in.
Real talk.
1 out of a million.
Oh
So
shit. That's the
I'm wild.
shit.
That's but I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Like, you supposed to, and that's cool. I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'll still be your friend. We still can go. I still maybe pay for a date or two from time to time.
Let me tell you
But
something.
you're not gonna be my woman. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Pop will forever be solidified, cemented in rap culture as an icon, god, genius, fucking philanthropist, leader. You know what I'm saying? I look at Pac as if I would look at Malcolm X. You know, his ways may have been radical, but he stood on what he believed in, and he had a cause. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, wrong, and indifferent, he believed in.
What would you say that cost was?
That cause that Pac stood for, like I listen deeply to his music, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a lyricist before I'm even an artist. Like, I love the connecting of the way you can stream thoughts and stories and give like mantras, and like you can change people's lives and the way they think with the right line, right words of music. And that's why I do that shit. So when I listen to pop music and I looked at his ways and his movies, his whole shit was, whatever it is you believe in.
Yo, my bad.
Listen to Keys, it's funny.
I thought you've been saying pop.
This whole time?
No, just at this last excerpt. I was like, okay, so now we talking about, because you came out like, yo, pop.
Pop.
I was like, okay, we talking about Pop's vote now.
You
I'm
see,
like, okay.
You see, you born in Connecticut, so you up north, but you're not over there.
Yeah, I'm not over
Pop.
there, you know.
I see he's kind of solid. It's pop.
You said pop.
Pop.
Okay.
PAC.
Yeah, all right, go on, my bad.
You stupid. But his whole message was, love what you love it hard, fuck what people think, ride for that shit. Like, love your people. You know what I'm saying? Protect your people. Right? And he means protect yourself.
What they say Thug Life stand for again?
Damn, it's a lot of acronyms.
It is. There's a whole lot of acronyms for that. What's this? Hustle, blah, blah.
The hate you give, something.
Yeah,
There's a few. That was one of them.
Little man, goddamn.
I forgot.
It's an acronym. I didn't even know that until recently, but damn.
Yeah.
I forgot. But it was some positive shit.
Yeah, it was. And you know what I'm saying? Like, Pac really loved what he loved. You know?
Yo, speaking of, well, I just posted something, matter of fact, and it had these names on it. I know there was Biggie, Tupac.
The hate you give little infant. Hold on.
Yeah.
The little infants fuck everybody.
No,
Yeah.
not that.
Oh.
I've heard of that. Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one, but I've heard some controversial shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So,
But anyway,
Yeah.
so they had Pop, Big, they had Michael Jackson, Prince, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, Whitney Houston, and then I think a few white people.
Mm.
And it was like, out of all of these, like, if you had one ticket, whose concert would you wish to have back?
We going to Tupac's, for sure.
Out of all of those?
Yeah, we going to Tupac's.
For me, it was a toss up between Jimmy and Mike, man.
You said Jimi Hendrix?
I was thinking
Michael Jackson.
I was thinking between Biggie, Pop, and Mike. Even Biggie and Mike, that come down to it. Sheesh.
I got the sequel now.
Matter of fact, can I go to Summer Jam that time when Jay-Z brought out Michael Jackson?
You know what I'm saying? Mike, yo. Mike and Jimmy, because I fuck with rock, man. I like ever since I was middle school.
You look like a hard metal.
Started teaching myself to
swing
song and all that.
ass
Y'all side.
Breaking guitars on stage.
We thought no Bobby, yeah, of course.
So,
I really fuck with Jimmy, man.
I fuck with Jimmy, man.
But I mean, out of the nobody's a bigger star than Mike.
Nobody's a bigger performer. Bigger
star,
entertainer.
bigger performer, bigger entertainer, all that. I don't think.
Tom, do you remember that time Michael Jackson was on The Simpsons? Singing the birthday song. Happy birthday, Lisa. It's your birthday. I'm like, yo, that got Michael Jackson for The Simpsons? Come on, dog.
I think the thing about it is that Michael got to live past Pac. And with Pac, he was in such the state where he died and like the time span of his career and everything that he had already been through in that short amount of time left everybody with so many questions. And the type of revolutionary that he was unseen. For a person to be so outspoken about the police, like people would do it like in songs and then they would just like perform it and that'd be it. No, this nigga would give you 3-hour interviews saying exactly what he said. And you know, if a police officer walked in, he would say the exact same thing to him. And if he stepped wrong, he would shoot him. No other person in hip hop. We heard him talk about it in music, be gangsters to other black people, but he was just him all around. And I don't think that in hip hop, nobody else has left that question mark of what would you be modern day. We know that he was transitioning into being like fully just woke about everything. Because that was like, he was one of the first rappers to really be on that type of wave.
Mm-hmm.
He was like gangster and he was woke. And he was fighting that battle every single day in front of the world. One day is hit him up, the next day is dear mama.
Dear mama, Brenda's got a baby.
Brenda's got a baby.
People forget that Pac comes from a family in the bloodline of Black Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just a regular nigga. He wasn't just an average Joe Schmo who got lucky, who had some talent to make it out the hood. His mom and his dad instilled something in him that was his whole demeanor of his whole being.
Mm-hmm.
Stand on what the fuck you believe in.
Yeah.
Make that shit known. Say that shit loud. Fuck how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
He come from that. That's what Black Panther was about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was on his way to be organized, but at the same time, he still had a bunch of people around him who was disorganized. You feel what I'm saying? He had some kind of structure. He just didn't have from what I noticed was just the discipline to stay one way. He was just so multi-dimensional and he spread himself all over. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that. But Pac was definitely one of them loud people proud, like whatever you believe in, you say that shit with your chest. You know what I'm saying?
So peep this, you a girl, you meet a dude like that.
Damn, I'm not a girl, don't point this way.
He dies.
You say you a girl.
Anybody, if you're a girl. imagine if you a girl and you meet a guy that's like that, to where he stand on everything that he say in front of the world. He's a revolutionary. This person is extremely powerful and he live out everything that he's talking about. That person dies at the height of his career. At what point do you forget about him?
Did Coretta Scott ever remarry?
I don't think so.
She didn't find a man when she go.
I mean, she was more so older in her age, but that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe you just need to be by yourself.
So the problem with you is being with somebody else afterward. And still, the problem with you is being with somebody else afterward and still claiming that same thing.
In the what we talking about, Jada, in that kind of
in that context. Yeah,
I feel like Will held her down for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Will is just one of those nice guys that really, you know what I'm saying, just went in a situation. But I don't think it's necessarily bad for him or her. It's not like they had a horrible life.
Not at all.
Because I think that might have helped them out, but they didn't need it. But, you know, they
just seem like
they
two
were-
friends married. It's two.
yeah,
it's
exactly.
Two
Yeah, exactly.
They
Not-
love each other, but they don't have
They
the
fuck in,
intimacy.
they once in a
Yeah,
while.
and I don't feel like
It's not
I don't want. Yeah, exactly.
There's
Well,
no
there
intimacy.
might be some kind of whatever, but at the end of the day, like, yeah, I mean, Shit.
Do y'all see them getting divorced later on down the road? Like 5-10 years from now?
It's all, they already so old. What's the
I don't
point?
see them doing it. If
They
they
don't-
did, it'd just have to be probably Jada would have to probably be like, look, let's just go ahead and do it. But I don't see neither one
I
of them.
say, to be honest, that's kind of what Jada's been saying every red table talk. It's kind of like because both my parents do both specialize in psychology, so it's not about what a person says; it's about the meaning behind what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of has been. You gotta look at if you watch Red Table Talk and you look at Jada's personality and you look at her daughter, you look at her grandma, you see how the tradition is just broken with every sentence from each person that comes. So Jada is a free spirit.
Mm-hmm.
She's a person who never wanted to get married. She's a person who she wanted to be liberated and live her life as a solo entity, but she is so connected to people. And that's what connected her and Will together, because he has the same revolutionary impact as Tupac. It's just that he doesn't have the same hood experience as a celebrity. So Pac never left the streets alone. Will did. But people undermine the fact that he does come from the streets of Philly because of that. So he came off corny in the mainstream, and that's why he said that he always admired the authentic love that she gave Pac, because Pac stayed 1 foot in, but was it worth it? Look where it ended up.
Right.
So when Will, I read his book, he already has a failed marriage. Most people don't know that he has 3 kids. He has a kid before, and then he has 2 with her.
Yeah, the one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he has an older. They got an older brother, and he be in the picture and stuff like he not hitting or nothing. He just don't.
He is on social
He
media.
not in the limelight like that. So,
Is he a junior?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Will don't want another failed marriage. He feels like when he got divorced the first time that he was a failure, and he was open about that in his book. Like he said, he felt like he lost. He felt like he loved people so hard that when you have to sever a connection, somebody lost, and he felt like he lost. So when he got with Jada, he figured either I'm not gonna be with you, or when I get with you, we're gonna be together forever.
You know what's crazy? I was married before.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel like I lost.
Bruh.
You been married too?
No.
I don't feel like I lost.
I feel that's a compliment though.
Which
I
one?
forgot that I was married.
Well, just because you was
I
pregnant.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot that you.
Yeah, I don't feel like
How long
I
was you
lost.
married for?
Going 3 years.
That's how long that the whole marriage was?
The marriage, we was together until 8.
8. Okay. What made you wait 5 to propose?
Actually, we was engaged since year 3.
Mm-hmm. So it was like a 2-year engagement?
Mm-hmm.
Just planning out the wedding?
No, we didn't get to plan out the wedding because, life happens. And we come from a background, I come from a background where I ain't had money in abundance. I watched my mom struggle. I watched my dad struggle. That's what they handed me. That's what they had to give me at the time when I was coming up. They gave me a struggle, but it taught me some things. I learned a lot. I learned to be resourceful, Renaissance dude, figure things out, make shit shape. And I was young, I fell in love. Someone was a couple years older than me.
What did you like about her?
She was human.
She was very down to earth.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm. She was human. You know what I'm saying? Humble, and it's always good to just be with a human being. You know what I'm saying? Because being in our lives, we're all stars. We all have some level of fame to us. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of level of public notoriety. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people see us, they fan out. Like I've had people call my name on the street. KingNovember. The fuck? Oh, I was on Instagram. Like, can I get a picture? Oh, I saw you on the show. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So when when we're all stars, we all got the same shared experience. So it's like we can just be humans and stupid and silly with one another. Like, okay, we fucking clowns. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably be rolling on the floor like a fucking fool to make y'all laugh. You know what I'm saying? But that's the human in me. So it was cool. But I don't feel like I lost because I've gained so much more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've learned so much about myself, my patience, my strengths. I never knew how strong I was, so that was my only option. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wisdom.
I've
You
gained
gained wisdom.
so much.
in
Like
that
a fucking
situation.
wizard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not just
So,
about relationships, but about life, about growth.
That's gonna help us get to that next part.
You know what I'm saying? About stepping off on faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I don't know what's below this motherfucker, but fuck it.
Yep.
Fuck it, we out.
Mhm.
And we'll figure it out when we get
If
down.
you scared, do it scared.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you see my heart skip to me, I fell.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
My heart skip to me, oh, I fell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. My heart skip to me,
Okay.
I fell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. And it's been a beautiful ride, man. It's been such a journey. I ain't gonna front. Like, it was tough coming out of it.
Yeah.
But once a motherfucker got out, god damn, I was out of here, dog. I was out of here.
What was the tough part about coming out?
Just severing that connection. You know what I'm saying? Just severing, like, just realizing that I would never be with this person like that again.
Again, yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, I was my dog, like my nigga. Like, fuck the sex, fuck the intimacy. The friendship was a part of that. You feel like that's my dog. Like, and then you play me, like you ain't want like on some net like that. I can't even look at you the same. And that's also what hurts. It's not even like we're not cool. It's not even a possibility that we could be cool with how you did me. I'll be remiss in a dickhead if I let you back in. You know what I'm saying? Like after that. So that's what hurt the most. And I had to be okay with that. Like,
did she accept the responsibility of being okay?
No.
Anywhere.
And it's all good, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because my healing ain't her job.
Exactly.
She left me with what she feels she wanted to do. All right, it is what it is.
Right.
I'll clean up the mess.
That's mature.
It is what it is. I ain't gonna go dirt on you, ain't gonna shit on you, ain't gonna talk bad about you.
Yeah.
It's all good. Do your thing.
Yeah. That's how you
I'll
get
treat
some
you.
blessings.
It's all good. Do your thing.
So that leads us to that next question there. When do you know that it's time to let go?
Yeah. When a relationship worth fighting for.
Or fighting for it. Okay.
I mean, this is how we gonna close. When is a relationship worth fighting for? It could be a business relationship, intimate relationship. When is it worth fighting for? Is it something you're getting out of it? Or something that you can see the possibility of what it could be? Or that it isn't even blossoming yet? Like, is it beneficial? Like,
I would have to keep it simple and just say, most definitely, it has to come with some benefit to you, whether it's spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever it is.
Right.
But I would just say, as long as if the pros outweigh the cons, genuinely, you know what I'm saying? If you're able to put your pride aside and really look at the pros and cons, and the pros outweigh the cons, then it could possibly be worth fighting for. You know what I'm saying? But you feel like you still trying to find yourself, or you feel lost, or like you went in a circle, then it probably ain't worth it.
real talk, that's what's up.
Okay. I'm gonna go scenario based. So I'm gonna say about 4 years ago, I'm not gonna say her name, but that's when I met the person that you met me through. And when like she became my dog. That was like my best friend.
The dog.
And we knew everything about each other, told everything about each other, all that. We grew up together. She was with me before I had 5 figures, 6 figures, anything. So we came up together essentially. And our relationship was good and it actually turned poly in the last like 5 to 6 months of it. So this was when I say my dog, I mean to that point, to where another girl could come in and we can all have a 3 thing where we all in a relationship together. We all slept together, we all woke up together, we all got money together, we all everything together.
Right.
So the pros outweigh all of the cons with this person. But what I realized is that later down the line, in the later stages of the 4 years is when this person started to, it became a what have you done for me lately game. And then at that point,
Just that.
yeah, it became what have you done for me lately, and then it became how do I put it, like almost like a point system. I did this, what you do.
Keep it track.
Tit for tat type thing. I'm not a tit for tat person.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
So
That was not outstanding balance.
no, not at all.
No.
That was not outstanding balance.
And one thing I realized, like, because this whole situation helped me grow, what I realized is that the only way that 2 people can really like sever ties with each other or be at odds to the point where you feel like you need to is one thing. And that's called, the thing that happens is called a prideful stance. If you have unconditional understanding, you don't even have to agree with the person, but you just understand where they're coming from because you heard the whole story or you heard the whole point of view. there is no way that y'all would have to sever ties.
Yeah.
But when you get to a point where a person is like, I'm not even trying to hear what you're saying. Whatever you got to say is wrong. It don't matter. I'm sweeping it under the rug. That's the prideful stance right there that severs all ties. Think about Jay and Dane. Prideful stance every time. One person feel this way, don't want to see how the other person feel.
Yeah.
Or don't care to know. And then when you do know, you brush it off. That right there was one of the biggest deal breakers. And that landed said person into therapy. So now she's working it out there. And I hope that she gets the healing from it that she needs from the therapy. Because the prideful stance can really mess up your mental health.
So, me send some love to whoever that queen is.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of yourself. Please get right. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is just as important as physical health and everything else. So, you know what I mean? Whatever it takes, get yourself together, baby. We're rooting for you, man.
For sure.
All love. Keys, you gonna close it out for us, man. What is it? When is the relationship we're fighting for, bro?
I feel like the way the question is stanced is kind of like, it feels weird for me because only thing worth fighting for is either your passion, purpose, or your family. So,
Is that person your family?
if she doesn't have my seed,
There's no family.
yeah, that's different. So if it's not like that, then I would hope that the relationship was gained through me being myself. So there'd be nothing to fight for. It would just be continuing me being me. It would be cool. And if it breaks apart, then I understand that, because people grow apart, but it shouldn't be something to fight for. Because like if me is, taking her out twice a week and getting her 3 gifts a week, you know what I'm saying, then I will continue to be that person, and she likes that. So that's
So you're gonna be that. So you
now,
gonna be
if I'm saying if that's me,
yeah. Are you gonna be that person 15, 20 years in a row?
I might change, but there's still that me. That can be a bit materialistic with throwing in those things there. But I'm just saying, like,
Let's say you buy flowers once a month.
yeah, things like that, and they might wane off, as things go on. But I'm probably never gonna stop doing things because if that's me, then I'm not just gonna.
Because you spent 15, 20 years with this woman, and y'all had a disagreement, and she's frustrated, and she want to leave. You're not gonna fight for that?
She's frustrated. She'll leave. She come back.
It's been a week. You're not gonna
She'll
call
be
her?
back.
It's been 2 weeks,
She's back.
6 months,
She might be back.
2 years.
And we go. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
I see both of y'all saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
She turns into that, but that's the thing too, because relationships are reflective. If she turns into that, that's something to me, because no person's just gonna be like, for no reason, well,
nah,
come on guys, here's the keys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all be like, what is he just threw his keys and y'all might sit here for 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, but after a while, I was like, all right, we out. Like, are we either out or y'all moved in?
Mm-hmm.
Which one we doing? You know what I'm saying? We out there, shit. This nigga really gone. Let me just live in here then. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be nothing to fight for, because y'all met me owning this spot.
Mhm.
Now, if I continue to be how you meet me, owning this spot, we cool.
Yeah.
If I just turn into some weird nigga, jump off the balcony, and was like, oh shit, that's not who you are. The relationship just ended.
I mean, how do I know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
How do I know?
It gets that basic too with these intangible laws that we live by.
Right.
It gets that basic to where it's like, if I really just left right now, it's the same kind of situation, because you don't want to be in something that you got to be a light skinned nigga, that shoots videos. Why would you end up having to be that person? That's not who you are.
I mean, the same is you could be some dark skinned nigga,
But that would never happen, because that makes no sense in life.
and that would not be
Because
out
that never
there.
happened to be.
You better find some
But you know what I'm saying, like that, it gets that basic is what I mean by that. You know,
That's a good point.
you be who you
I
are.
like that point.
Yeah.
Because you might stay inside and get a little lighter, but you're not gonna be light skinned, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I would never.
And I'm never gonna be dark skin.
I mean, it's a possibility you can get black. I can't get light unless I'm over here like Sammy Sosa rubbing cream on my black ass.
I
Like,
can get black. I mean, I
You
can
can
get
get
dark,
black. You
but
can
I don't dare be dark. I mean, black skin or dark skin, however you say it. Don't look at me like that. Like
like that.
you already
my
know.
man just said black skin.
Yeah.
Black skin, that's right. Black skin, nigga. Y'all know how it is. I was birthed through a black woman, through a black mother. Exactly. Your skin color may be darker. I don't feel no kind of way about that because I know how I feel about it.
Y'all peach face niggas be weird,
Oh,
dog.
Bro, but you got that.
Hey,
But your beard is detachable.
My beard is detachable. Your shit is an illusion, nigga. Your shit ain't even there. Your shit ain't even there, nigga.
Exactly.
I'll stand this motherfucking balance, bitch.
You already know it's your boy Marquese
And
James.
I am November.
And we have been with,
Daily.
Vigilante.
and this has been
Outstanding
and Balance.
bitch.